영어 회화 level 3 Power English.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Cho.
And I'm Cameron Word.
We're going on a family vacation.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
The final day.
Final day, and we gotta go. We've been camping, and now we have to leave.
Aww.
Okay. And it says here in the title, let's leave the campsite nice and clean.
Yes.
Okay. Which means let's clean up.
Yes. You know, they always say, leave the place better than you got there.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Like, make it look better than it was. Clean
Yes.
it more.
More.
Even if there was trash whenever you first got there, pick that trash up too.
Yeah. I feel like camping, I went camping for 2 or 3 days, I think. And I felt like by the time you set everything up, you have one day and then next day it's ready to go. You got to go.
Right.
So I just feel like if you're going to go camping, it should be at least a good maybe 4 or 5 days
It's true.
to really kind of get into some of the activities.
Especially like those professional campers that they bring everything.
Yeah.
All that equipment,
I know.
putting all that up, taking it down.
Taking it down.
That's 2 days right there of work.
Exactly. So let's leave the campsite nice and clean. They are ready to go home. And let's look at some expressions that we're going to cover today. Put out something. Now, put out something, put it outside or put, okay. Is that what it means?
Not in this case. So it can mean like to put out the trash means to put the trash outside for
Yes.
someone to take it away.
Right.
Here, we're talking about fire. Putting out a fire means to stop the fire, to extinguish it.
Okay. Have a blast.
Have a really good time.
That's right. And then now you're talking. Okay, you weren't talking before?
No, this expression means that you really like the idea that someone just mentioned or suggested.
Okay, very good. So let's go ahead and listen to our Tuesday dialogue.
Time to return to civilization, guys. Let's leave the campsite nice and clean.
I'll put out the fire and cover it with dirt. Susie can roll up the sleeping bags.
Do we really have to leave already? I can't believe how fast the trip went. I had a blast this weekend.
Don't worry. We can plan another one soon. Maybe we can camp at the national park next time.
Yep, but first, let's stop at O'Grady's on the way home and get some cheeseburgers.
Now you're talking.
Please join us on page 152. You can find our power dialogue there. Family vacation. Let's leave the campsite nice and clean. Okay. Dad says, time to return to civilization, guys. Let's leave the campsite nice and clean. Time to, it's actually our power pattern. It's a shortened version of it's time to.
Right.
Yeah. But sometimes we don't use the word it's.
Yeah, honestly,
Time to go.
time to go. If you are just talking in a regular everyday situation, I generally would not say it's here.
Yeah.
Time to go.
Time to go. Yeah.
It's time to go. It's too much effort.
It's too much. And if it's time to go, you want to shorten the amount of time you speak.
Come on, let's go.
Right. Okay, time to go. Time to return to civilization. Time to eat. Okay, here it's time to return to civilization. So civilization,
Yeah.
that word is our power vocab.
Yes.
So what is he really saying here?
Right. So this word civilization, 문명, of course we talk about like the birth of civilization
Yes.
in Egypt,
Right.
or Mesopotamia, where, they start writing and building buildings.
Right, using tools.
Using tools, yes. So that is the literal sense of civilization. But we often use this in English to talk about some place that is not developed and then we're returning to a city, returning to a developed place.
Yeah. So basically, what the dad is saying, time to go back to the city. That's what he's really saying.
Right, yes.
Yeah. So when you're out in the woods and there's no electricity, you feel like you're away from civilization.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
So it's his way of saying, time to go back to the city.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Let's leave the campsite nice and clean. And what does Max say?
I'll put out the fire and cover it with dirt. Susie can roll up the sleeping bags.
Yeah, it seems like everybody has their own duties.
Yes.
And Max says, I'll put out the fire. Okay. So as you mentioned earlier,
Yes. So to put out in this case means to stop a fire.
okay.
An actual burning fire. So this could be a campfire, a candle, even things like a cigarette.
Yeah.
Because there's the flame at the end of it.
Right. Sometimes it can happen even in the kitchen when your pan gets on fire or something like that.
Yeah, and you have to get the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, you got to put out the fire.
Yeah.
That's scary. So in this case, is that the only way we use this expression, put out the fire, specifically just for fires?
So you can use this put out for other things, like we talked about the trash, put out the trash.
Okay.
So it literally means to grab something
Right.
and take it outside.
But it doesn't mean to stop the trash.
Right. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
to stop the trash.
Okay.
An old version of this, you might say put out the light.
Oh, yes. It sounds very old.
It sounds a little old fashioned. I think now we'd say turn off the light.
I think the reason why, Cameron, is because long ago they used candles.
Yes.
So they put out the light.
Yeah. So maybe my grandparents might say that more often
Yeah.
than I or even my parents would say it.
Yes.
But if you're reading a book, you might see put out the light.
Oh, put out the light. Okay, let's move on. So Susie can roll up the sleeping bag, and Susie says, "Oh, do we really have to leave already? I can't believe how fast the trip went. I had a blast this weekend." So how does Susie feel, and does she have a good time?
It seems like she really had a good time and she's sad to be leaving because she uses the phrase, I had a blast.
Okay, so Cameron, I feel like this is an expression from my generation.
Oh, yeah?
Have a blast. I want to ask you, is it popular in your generation too?
Yeah, I would say if it started in your generation, it just became normal talk now.
Got it.
So now I didn't know it was weird or slangy to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or old to say.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was old to say.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's just everyone says, "Oh, I had a blast."
Yeah, I had a blast.
Did you have a blast?
Yeah, because we did use this a lot. Oh, it was such a blast. But at that time, it was kind of slang and cool, right?
Yeah, now it's just normal language.
It's normal. Okay, all right. And Mom says, don't worry, we can plan another one soon. Maybe we can camp at the national park next time. So they don't want to go. And what does Dad say?
Yep, but first, let's stop at O'Grady's on the way home and get some cheeseburgers.
Oh, yum. Cheeseburgers at O'Grady's. And then Max says, the son says, now you're talking.
Yeah.
So Dad suggests that they go get some cheeseburgers. And how does Max react?
He is reacting with enthusiasm. He says, now you're talking. And this means, I like that idea. That's really good what you just said.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
Yeah, now you're talking.
Aha. Okay, very good. We'll give you more examples in just a bit. Let's go ahead and listen to that dialogue one more time.
Time to return to civilization, guys. Let's leave the campsite nice and clean.
I'll put out the fire and cover it with dirt. Susie can roll up the sleeping bags.
Do we really have to leave already? I can't believe how fast the trip went. I had a blast this weekend.
Don't worry. We can plan another one soon. Maybe we can camp at the national park next time.
Yep, but first, let's stop at O'Grady's on the way home and get some cheeseburgers.
Now you're talking.
Okay, it's time for Power Note. We're on pages 154 and 55. In this context, in the dialogue, put out here is putting out the fire.
Yes.
Or it could be a candle. Or it could be a cigarette. Anything that's burning. You extinguish, you stop it.
Yes.
So, did you put out the lantern before you left the tent?
Yep. I didn't want to risk anything catching fire.
Okay, so put out the lantern.
Yes.
He put out his cigarette and went inside the restaurant. Yeah. So put out the cigarette is a very common usage too.
Yes. Obviously, it's a burning item, right?
Yeah, and it's smoking. Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to stop the fire. You're putting out the cigarette. Earlier, I said put out the light
Yeah.
as something of an older expression. I have thought of an expression where we might say that.
Where?
He or she put out my light. You know, when you're a passionate person, you've got a passion. And then,
The light referring to passion.
yes, the light inside you.
Yes.
So, like, you're a really passionate person. You have something that you love. And then maybe you're with a boyfriend, a girlfriend, husband, or wife that doesn't like that thing.
And they
so
kill
they make
it.
fun of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kill the
They
passion
kill the
inside
passion.
of you. You put out the light in someone.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That sounds very sad.
It is very sad. But apparently, I mean, it is sad, but it is something that does happen. So
Right.
you might see this expression in that case as well.
Right, because that figurative light is often spoken about when we're talking about that kind of spark or hopefulness or
Yeah.
dreams.
Yeah.
All of those things, right? It's that sort of like light inside. And if someone puts it out, or maybe a traumatic experience,
Ah, yes.
put it out, then it's kind of sad. It's like they've lost their soul,
Yeah.
kind of.
They just lost that passion, that love,
Yeah.
that energy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Put out the light. That's very good. Okay. So make sure that, of course, with wildfires these days, it's very important if you do go smoking, in the
Yes.
woods, that you need to completely put out the cigarette.
Yes. Any fire, we say it shouldn't be left unattended, meaning you shouldn't leave it burning.
Yeah.
Someone should always be watching it. And if you do have to leave, make sure you completely put it out.
Okay, put it out. Good. Have a blast means to have a really good time, enjoyable time. How was the trip to New York?
It was amazing. We had a blast.
So this is in reference to you, Cam. A few years ago, you went to New York. How was your trip to New York?
Oh, it was a blast.
Truly?
It was. I did go up some tall buildings.
Yeah.
I watched
Was that your first time there?
it. Technically, no.
Uh-huh.
But the first time I was there for 2 days
Okay.
and I just went to a job interview
Oh.
and immediately went home.
Oh, okay. That's, yeah. That's not a real trip.
I did not have a blast the first time.
No.
The second time with my family, it
Yeah.
was a blast.
Okay,
We saw
blast.
so much.
You saw so much. What was your favorite thing?
We went to a Broadway play.
Okay.
We saw Hamilton.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, so jealous.
Oh, so good.
Man.
Such
Okay.
a blast.
I hope you guys have a blast at the concert tonight. So, yes, have a blast at the concert, have a blast at the amusement park. Usually, there are certain things that you do that are super fun and super exciting.
Yeah. So you can have fun, but often, even if you're having a lot of fun, it might be hard to call it having a blast.
Yes, right.
Like, you could have a really fun dinner party,
Sure.
but saying you had a blast at the dinner party, it has to be a really amazing dinner party.
With music, maybe even.
and like
dancing,
you're
DJ.
laughing so hard you can't breathe.
Right.
Like that amount of, man, that was a blast.
That was yes, right. So
Yeah.
you can say, oh, I had a great time. Oh, it was a lot of fun. That's true too. But in order for something to be a blast, I feel like there's some moving
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah. Some
And
kind
a lot of laughing.
lots of energy.
Lots of energy.
explosions.
Yes.
The word blast, of course, is another word for explosion.
It is.
So it's very much that type of overwhelming energy.
Yeah, I think like a water park in the summer.
Yeah.
I think that's the best example.
Totally.
Right?
Oh.
You're like running around, going down the slide and splashing. It's having a
I
blast.
miss those days.
Miss those days. I know. Why don't you go again? Can't. No, not anymore.
Not
Okay.
anymore.
All right. Okay. Now you're talking. This is a great expression. And that means that someone just said something and you're like, yes, totally agree. And I'm so glad you said that. You're like really enthusiastic about what the other person said.
Yes.
Okay, how about we grab burgers and milkshakes after the hike?
Now you're talking. That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Well, someone who wrote this book really wanted hamburgers, Kristen.
And
When you were
milkshakes.
writing this, were you just thinking about hamburgers?
I love a good hamburger. I'm not a steak person per se, but I am definitely a hamburger person. Like if I go to a place and that hamburger is good, I'm going to be going there for a while.
Nice. What about hamburger steak?
Hamburg steak. Love the Hamburg steak. So isn't that funny that I don't really care for steak, but I do love hamburgers and Hamburg steaks. Isn't that strange?
That is, I mean, I can understand it because the texture is very different.
Yeah, and that there's more flavor. And like just the steak, just the meat itself to
Yeah.
me doesn't really do anything. I mean, if it's good, it's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay, a weekend at the beach. Now you're talking, I'll get my things.
Yeah.
It's when you say this, it almost feels like you were waiting to hear it,
Yes.
right?
Right.
It's like, yes, that's it.
Right.
Feeling.
Mhm. And it doesn't have to be about like physical experiences and enjoyment, like food or, going to the beach and relaxing. You could use this in business. Maybe you have an idea for a new product and the boss thinks that's an amazing idea for a product. Now you're talking.
Here, one more example in line with that is maybe you're negotiating on a price. Going back and forth. Okay. This is the best we can offer. $150 per whatever.
Oh, now you're talking.
Okay.
I think we can do that.
Okay, that's manageable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of enthusiastic agreement saying, oh, I like that idea.
Okay. Power pattern today is time to. So it is time to do something.
Yes.
Time to leave for the airport.
Time to walk the dog.
Okay.
Yes.
Our power vocab today is civilization. Do check out the definition on page 156. Stop by Audio 어학당 and pay a very small monthly fee to listen to the show again. And we'll see you a little bit later at 6 on Evening Special.
Bye-bye.